If you enjoy playing Kenshi, or you've tried the game and quickly become frustrated with defeat like I did when I first tried playing, or even if you just enjoy watching video game playthroughs, please like and subscribe. I'll continue to post videos with tips, tricks, and information about the game, as well as simply sharing my playthroughs. Please comment below about your Kenshi experience or suggestions about topics or encounters in game you'd like to see me cover in future videos. Thanks for watching.
My name's Hobbs, and this is the story of how Izumi and I died. We were heading out in search of treasure. We heard if we went to the Ashlands, there'd be plenty to partake in. So that's where we went. It wasn't too far from our base of operations, but we'd heard of this place from an ancient map we retrieved called the Ominous Place. So that's where we decided to go. It would be a hard journey, with lots of perils between here and there. We knew we'd run into skin bandits, southern hivers, and Lord knows what else once we got into the Ashlands. No one had returned from there alive, but we figured it was our last chance to find the treasures we seek, to reach the pinnacles of technology and research. And we'd heard there'd been long forgotten technologies hidden there for thousands of years, and we were determined to be successful in our venture. The answers to whether we were successful or not, they had not been foretold, nor did we have any idea what was in store. The ash fell from the sky the closer we got. But we kept on moving. The road was long and hard, but we knew we'd make it eventually. As we crossed the valleys, we got the uneasy feelings that we were being watched. Watched from afar, perhaps. I just assured Izumi we'd be okay as long as we kept on moving. So that's what we did. It was times like these that made me regret giving up the rum, but my mind was clearer now than it had been in decades, and I had a goal in mind, something to accomplish. It was driving me forward. There was a haze on the horizon. I had a feeling we were getting closer. Ancient mountains spewing ash and smoke. Danger was all around us. Suddenly the temperature dropped. The ground was covered with white precipitation we hadn't witnessed anywhere before. We were closer now, and what we seek will be found. Vegetation was now all but non-existent. Nothing lived here. This was not a place for living, breathing anything, let alone humans. Ancient structures surrounded long forgotten, rusted, broken things. We decided to stay low and keep out of sight and avoid confrontation. It was the only thing we could do. We had to keep moving to that ominous place. Izumi assured me the treasure map told us that what we seek was there, but what else lied there, in wait? Whatever it was, we'd try to avoid being seen, in and out as fast as possible, or surely we would die. We paused outside the structure we discovered. Not sure what we would find inside, but Izumi assured me this is what the map foretold. So we pressed on. Could it be the legendary Mad Catlon sitting atop his throne? We had no idea what we had happened upon. Surely he'd been dead for centuries, millennia even. But no, here he sat, We attempted to sneak past him. It was the least we could do. Surely the treasure we sought would be found here. So we went about our mission. But it wasn't. What do we do? All we could do was search and hope for the best. Was our seeking of treasure in vain? Perhaps that we were too late and someone else had been here before us. It was worthless junk. Nothing useful to us at all. This couldn't be all. Izumi swore the map assured us that there was treasure to be found. So we kept searching, level by level. Death was imminent, and we had risked all for just trinkets. But we pressed on. We couldn't stop now. It was too late to turn back. It was hardly worth the trip, but we kept searching. We saw another dome across the way. We just had to sneak past. Catting on again, and who knew what dangers awaited there. It was crawling with bots, skeletons, rolling endlessly. We had to proceed with caution. We came all this way to be stopped by an army. Izumi wanted to press on. I urged her not to. But in she went. There was no way she was going to get past that swarm of skeletons. But she thought she could do it. It was too late. She'd been seen. I screamed at her to run. She was being piled on. There was no way she'd escape, but she ran like the wind. There was nothing we could do but run. And run we did. And luckily we lost our pursuers. An entire regiment of skeleton scouts with no love for humankind. The sun was starting to set. As night fell, we dared to return back. Surely they wouldn't expect us to return so soon. Still nothing. But Izumi pressed on as I stood watch. Something that we searched for. Maybe she wasn't wrong. The trip won't be in vain, assuming we can get home. And in one piece. No, Izumi, no. Lucky to be alive. But she kept pressing on. She had to search every nook and cranny. I couldn't yell out for fear of her being spotted. But her efforts were rewarded. Izumi. Before the sunrise, we had to run. Surely we have to get home and report what we found. Catlon lives. Bitter cold stung at our faces. I felt like my fingers were going to fall off. The only thing keeping us warm was our hearts pumping that blood through our body as we pumped our legs to get out of here and get home. Iron spiders, ancient and broken, strewn the landscape. Ancient artifacts of some unknown technology, long since forgotten, loomed in the horizons, and everywhere we looked. Legions of skeletons patrolled, but we just kept moving and hoped they didn't spot us. We had what we came for. We just had to get home now. As the white disappeared, we decided to just run. The fire-breathing mountain was a familiar sight, and this time, a comfort to see, as it meant we were growing closer to home. We passed by the other places no human should tread, kept our heads low, and just stayed on the move. Skin bandits. They were everywhere today. They're not gonna have me. Sweet sight of home. I could smell Dr. Chung's Gohan already. Home at last. Now we could plan our raid and attack on Cat Lawn and his ancient legion.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment below. Thanks again for watching.